Hello artists, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I will be teaching you how to make henna art. So to start off with, the art of henna, which is called Mehndi in Hindi and Urdu, it's actually been practiced in Pakistan, India, and Africa and the Middle East for over 5,000 years. And it was originally used to cool the body for people living in the hot desert climates. And it's actually a paste, and your hands and feet would be soaked in it. And it's used for medication purposes. That applies to the skin to treat things like stomach aches, burns, headaches, and open wounds. And when it was discovered that this paste left a stain on the hands, they started to then realize, hey, we can use this to decorate our hands with. And then people of all different classes started doing it, and it's becoming very widely popular in the Western world. It is not a permanent tattoo. It will sit on your hands and feet for about 2 weeks. It does fade over time. And it's really mainly used in weddings and religious holidays. So I'm going to teach you how to do this fun little activity. You can use it with any age, really. Obviously, the older, the better they're able to make these pretty designs. So let's get started. You're going to need construction paper of different colors. I got these from Michael's. There's a really great pack that has around 200 sheets, and they have it in all the different colors, so it's perfect for the multicultural classroom. And different pens or markers in black and brown. I decided to also include gold, just because if you want to make it more decorative. I did use henna paint cones that have acrylic paint in it. That's a different lesson, but the lesson I'm doing is with markers. And then just something to help your students or your child for this activity is maybe Google some images. So I found some that the grooms used on their wedding day, and then I also found some simpler designs. Depending on the age level and the dexterity skills that your child has, they will be using different intricate designs for that. So, step one, I'm going to use this one. Okay, so step one, you want to get a pencil, which I don't have, so we're just going to do this with a pen. And if you're trying to get your child to do the long arm design, then I suggest you ask them to bring their hand higher so they can do this. And then if they want to do a straight, they can do this as well. But anyways, so then you just trace. Okay. And then you just get your scissors and then you cut. Leave the mess. And now you get to start making your designs. So what I encourage my students is I tell them normally when an actual henna artist is doing the drawings, they do start up here and then work their way to the fingers. So then you want to encourage them to kind of look at the designs, the henna designs, and understand what it's like. Usually some kind of big design, and then it gets smaller, and then maybe the big designs repeat. It also helps to have these as a starter, to put that right there. So just kind of let them look through the different papers and pick one. And I always encourage my students, like, you know, these are just there as reference photos. Obviously, create your own. All right. So I'm going to zoom in so you can kind of see. So I'm going to use this as a reference photo. And I'm actually going to draw it the other way. So I need to flip it because I want the paisley going this way. So start with the swirl, go down, go around, and go, 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 go. And I do think it's important that you show them some videos of how these henna artists apply, because that can be another lesson as well. Obviously, it requires a lot of prep work of getting the henna, but maybe you can do it in art club if you want, or do the paint cones. So I'm gonna just draw some leaves. I'm gonna draw another paisley here. Put that, maybe put one of them here, changing it up, not following exactly my reference photo, because we want to encourage them to be creative, come up with their own designs. Okay, once that's done, now, you know, maybe look at another design, see what they're doing. So I'm seeing that this paisley has dots around it, so maybe that's something I want to do. And I'm noticing the dots do get bigger. And then get smaller. What else I love about this paisley is some of these more swirls and some of these little drops. So I might do some of that. Maybe bring it here. What I love is that really there's no like right or wrong. It's your design. It's what you want to make of it. Just going through the different reference photos. And what I like is that as soon as they're done, they can say, can I make another one? And you can say, sure. And you give them more paper. You know, this paper's pretty cheap. You know, it doesn't hurt to let them keep exploring. Okay, now I'm gonna just look at I looked at another reference photo. I am just having fun with this. Some of these, oh, these are so pretty. They have dots, but then this one has a leaf. And that's what henna artists really do. They just have made so many. They figure out what's a good design, what's gonna look better. They're getting better each time. People do give them reference photos and what they would like their bridal henna or Eid henna to look like. And so the artists are just, you know, getting their craft better by hearing new ideas as well. Let's see. What else would I like to add to this henna drawing? I really like the straight lines that they have going into the palm of the hand and some triangles and lines. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to do this. And okay. And then inside that design, that's where some of the straight lines are coming from. I noticed they do a lot of cross hatching as well. I remember when I was a kid and I would get Mehndi done, henna done, they would do checker designs as well. and I always loved that. It just made the design look more intricate and more detailed. So now over here, we want to do some kind of design. Maybe, you know what? I'm going to skip it just for a second. I am making this as I go. I'm going to look at some of these henna finger designs. And because there's a lot of round designs going on, I'm going to pick a design that is based on that. And so they go like this. Then they bring it up. They go like this. And then they bring it up. And you can alternate the designs. You don't have to do the same thing on every finger. And then what I noticed that I liked, and I'm going to kind of bring this design back into here, because you also, just like any piece of artwork, you want to bring some unity and balance into your hand designs as well. Kind of bring back what happened at the beginning of the design into the other part. I'm going to change up the direction of these straight lines. And then this one, maybe let's go up and down. So this is a great time to talk about curved lines, straight lines, angle lines. That's the whole key of henna art. And then what I want to do here, maybe bring a paisley, like some smaller paisley designs here. And then bring that design back. And I kind of want to bring some of this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably do this one here and here. So see, I really didn't have a plan as I was doing this. But as you do art in general, like things just kind of come together. You don't have to have a complete plan as you're doing it. Especially with henna art, you have to kind of go with the flow. And it'll all come together. Just look at your entire art that you're doing. And so there is my henna design. And you know what? We could even do it just looks so pretty, really, no matter what you do. And then if you really want to be more intricate, you go back, add some curved lines, add some straight lines. And I remember when I was a kid, this was such a common design that they would use. I'm sure it's not as common anymore, but you know, I'm gonna do what looks good to me. And I will bring that design back up. And that's it. There's my henna art. Now, for groom designs, it's not as common, but grooms do get their henna done on their hands at their wedding. And so I'm gonna do a smaller version. And so I won't need, in fact, maybe we can save paper this way. Yeah. And just keep it. And sometimes in the henna on the wedding days, the groom has to find his initials in the girl's henna. And so, all right. Okay. And then because I can see all the drawings, I'm just gonna flip it. So some designs I got that were used at groom's weddings is, oh, what did I do with it? Here it is. Here's one that I found. And then another one. Here were some designs as well. You know, it depends on what theme or idea you're looking for. So, you know, theirs is not so much curved lines. You know, there is some curved lines, but a lot of it is straight lines. And so I'm going to use a different color for this one. The darker the henna, the better. So let's see, I'm seeing, so this is on their arm, the design that I saw, but I'm going to and then this is cut into triangles. Okay, and then I see some curved lines. Mine's smaller than what the drawing has. And remember, make it your own. Don't copy it exactly. Oh, I think I goofed here. That's okay. Just roll with it. I'm going to do some more checker. This time I'm actually going to color it in. Okay. Let's do some more. Let's see. Let's do some dots. Okay, let's see. Over here, I want to do something kind of really liked that one design with some of those designs. I'm just going to add those in there, make them a bit more. So I'm going to bring that swirl back here, but then do some of that. do a dot. Let's make this thicker. And then for the fingers, I might just do something simple because again, this is a design that a groom would have, which you can really do anything you want. You don't have to follow exactly this, but I think I'm gonna stick with simple triangles. And another thing that I remember when I was a kid getting Mehndi done was, you know, they would ask me, do you want Arabic Mehndi or do you want Indian Mehndi? And I really didn't understand the difference. And then my cousins had to kind of explain it to me that, you know, Indian Mehndi is extremely, extremely detailed. Very, very detailed. This would be a good example of Indian Mehndi. This is an example of Arabic Mehndi. Indian Mehndi is very detailed in the inside. You're filling in space. But then Arabic Mehndi is more like a flower pattern, intricate pattern, and there's quite a lot of space left. So something to also remember about what part of the world is doing the Mehndi. And I was actually at an art festival a couple of weeks ago, and that lady was doing Mehndi for people, but she was not Indian or from Pakistan, and just she did designs like pumpkins and ghosts and other things. And so, you know, that's a Western culture holiday, and, you know, she made it her own. So just things to think about. Different parts of the world have different designs for their Mehndi. So please definitely try this out. And I hope you had a lot of fun learning about this and would love to see your different designs that you come up with.